I found this huge corn plant for $14.99 in the sale. So today we're going to be repotting this one just to change up the potting mix, just in case there's any pests in there or anything. Hopefully it won't need a bigger pot because it's already in quite a big pot, but we'll see how we go. Hey plant lovers, welcome to today's video. Yeah, and I also got this huge yellow pot as well. I thought it was perfect for this plant. So since this is already in quite a big pot, I'm hoping it won't need a bigger pot. I think I do have one pot that might be a little bigger, so if it does need repotting. But yeah, the idea really today is just in case it has any pest eggs, because it's not in perfect condition. Although I don't see any pests on the plant because I've examined it and I've cleaned it, there's a little bit of damage here and there, so maybe it had pests at some time. So yeah, I'm going to just change up the potting mix to make doubly sure. But the reason I bought this, and I'll give you a closer look at the pot. I thought that was cool. Yeah, the pot was more expensive than the plant because it was in the sale, but they had such good deals there in the sale. My mother-in-law actually managed to get a Cebu Blue, Epipremnum Cebu Blue for $11.99. It's basically the same as mine. I thought that was an absolutely incredible deal. I definitely would have snapped one of those up if I hadn't have already bought one previously. But yeah, this was a really good deal. And as I say, it's not 100% perfect, but I mean, that's what you expect with a sale plant. But I picked this one especially because this is basically, I'd say, the only plant I've ever found that is really, really good at thriving in low light. So I've picked this to go in a place in my kind of lounge area where it doesn't get any natural light because there are no windows in there. I am going to put one of my grow lights in it, but I know for a fact, because I already have a small one of these, that it does grow and it does not just survive, but it also seems to thrive in low light. So yeah, I've picked this specifically for that area. Okay, here goes. I'm going to take it out in this pot, in this kind of washing up bowl, because you never know what might be in here. Let's see. Okay, well, I mean, I'd say it is on its way to being root bound, but see, it isn't root bound yet. I'm not going to say that that's root bound. But I think once we remove this substrate, it is going to probably make it fit much better back into that pot. But it's got some good roots and I don't see any rot or anything there, so that's really good news. But I am going to remove as much of this substrate as I can, because the goal here is to get rid of this just in case of any pests, which usually they'd be hanging out in the top of the soil. So, you know, we're going to remove as much as we can and then replace it with some fresh. You can see that Dracaena roots are quite orange on this plant. That's coming away quite easily now because it's fairly dry. There's a lot of soil there. Whoa, I could have done with a gardening buddy for this one. Yeah, I'm going to put it back in the same pot. This size pot is fine. The roots are quite well established there. And then I'm just using my usual mix. This one's got plenty of drainage in it. I'm going to try and now position these in a way that is how it was before. I did mix up a fresh new batch potting mix for this because I figured it was going to take quite a lot of it. So I'm glad I did, because I definitely wouldn't have had enough in there before. Okay, I don't want to compact that down too much, but I do just want to pat them in a little bit. This big one here is quite heavy, obviously, so it does need to be kind of... I think I've got the arrangement right there, though. I also found some new grow lights, and these were in the sale. These are by Elho. These were reduced to £27 each. So I thought I'd give them a go, so I figured we would open them up today and install them. Some of the features that were included with this light are a built-in timer, so it stays on for 15 hours and then it turns itself off. And I think that's really helpful because I just basically have to plug them in and that's it. It also has an extendable kind of telescopic stake, and it's a 2.6 watt bulb, so it really takes a small amount of energy too. Okay, this is the spot where it's going. I'm then just going to place this grow light in here. And so you can see that the grow light is not big enough to get right to the top of this plant, but that's because it's huge. But it just provides a little extra light there. So hopefully this plant will be happy here. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And until next time guys, look after your plants and look after yourself.